am Dr. Apollone Reid, and it's such a pleasure to be here at the UWI Museum. And the first time that I came in here, my eyes glanced at the first chancellor of the university, which is Princess Alice. And I said, oh my God, Princess Alice was the patron of our fundraising tea party, which was held annually at our high school, which was really a high school with British principles and behaviors. And I remember being a part of the entertainment for Princess Alice whenever she came to the school to raise funds for the school to operate. And my role in the entertainment was always the extensors of the body, the athletic production. And my poor little extensors of the body could not reach the goal that they had set for me. And I just remember having to hold that position for quite a while during practice and during the actual performance. But Princess Alice, I remember her as such a gracious lady, just down to earth, someone that related to all the students when she was there, made you feel important. And the highlight of my 7 years at Westwood, if I was to choose the main highlight, it would be that tea party that Princess Alice came. When I left Westwood, I went abroad to New York. And you know, in Jamaica, you finish school very early. So I did my 7 years, did my advanced level exam, GCE at the time. And 17 years old, I went straight to New York to get into physical therapy school. I knew what I wanted to do since I was 10 years old. So my father died, and it was before my student's visa was completed. So I decided I didn't want to go to school in America. I want to come to my father's funeral. So in coming here, it opened up the opportunity for me to get a scholarship to go to the university. Actually, it was Mona Rehabilitation, where the school was located. And that school was the pride of Sir Professor John Golding. And he arranged it so that although we weren't actually on the campus program, we actually did most of our classes with the medical students. And his pride in his school was such that we went on ward rounds with him every day with the medical students and doctors. And he used to use us to embarrass those medical students who did not do their studies because he knew we had the answer to every muscle in the body. So he would ask them first and then come back and ask us if they didn't know. The learning that I got, the education I got here, was so advanced that I was in demand as a black therapist. So at the time when I went to the United States in 1979, I was the only black physical therapist in Southeast United States that I knew of. And so when I went from Georgia, after I got my state boards, to take up an offer with Mercy Hospital in Miami, they recognized the advanced training, and they broke their rule which said you couldn't be a senior therapist before 6 months. And at 2 months, I was training the entire hospital, nurses and everything in stroke rehab. And then they built me my own rehab center, a little rehab center on the neurological ward. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I married somebody in Georgia who had a little illness, and I had to go back, which they weren't very pleased about, of course, having invested so much in me. But it went right back to Professor Golding again, you know, and I came back after that to school my children in Jamaica. And my son at the time, when I came back to do my master's, was about 17 when he entered UWI, and he was doing his bachelor's degree while I was doing my master's in public health, and I lived at Preston Hall. And of course, you know, have a son with a license, new license, and no matter how you say don't speed, he would borrow my car, and I understand that he would speed around Ring Road. And he would deny it. But it wasn't long after I saw speed bumps on the road, on Ring Road. So I'm trying to associate the two, him speeding around the Ring Road with the speed bumps that were put up.